Hi everyone. We are today making tea as per the procedure prescribed and standardized by the company F5. They are into making bulk tea, and they, after making the tea, pour it into the flask and they give it to the clients who are typically the mid-sized offices in Delhi and Lucknow. So here we are. We started the process. Have a look at the pan. The pan is not fully full. That is, around 60% of the pan has got the material and 40% is free of it. This is essential. It has got a mixture of water and a mixture of milk and water actually. The prescribed quantities you will find in the slide, but I'll just tell you it is 400 ml of drinking water and 600 ml of Amul Taza milk, which is not the Tetra Pak milk but the pouch milk, theli wala Amul Taza doodh. We have just kept it on the flame. Here you can see the flame. The flame is right now, it is high, and we are waiting for it to come to a boil. After it comes to a boil, then what are we going to add? The tea we are preparing is a masala tea, and in this the masala is only one, that is hari ilaichi. Hari ilaichi for this 1 liter of the mixture of water and milk is going to be roughly, it is 2 grams of hari ilaichi along with the, you have to take the pods, you should not take the powder. You have to take the pods. In grammage it's 2 grams, in numbers it is 10 ilaichis, and you have to pound it. Make sure you do not make a fine powder out of it, because at the end of the process when we are going to sieve it, the powder is going to pass through the sieve and it is going to be floating on top of the tea and look like black specks. That is not desirable. So you have to take fresh pods, 10 in number, and you have to crush them and make a semi consistency of not a fine powder but a little, what we call in Hindi, dardara. Now as you see, the milk is coming to a boil. I have reduced the flame. I have taken here Tata Agni Chai. This is 26 grams of Tata Agni Chai, which is going to make 1 liter of tea. Like, it is going to make less of tea because the tea is going to boil and boil and boil, and it's finally going to reduce in volume. So here in 1 liter of the mixture which has come to a boil, we are adding 2 things. The first thing which is going in is the Agni Chai, 26 grams. Can I have something to stir? And another thing has to go in at this time, that is the masala. Since it's the elaichi tea, we have to put in the elaichi at this point. Have a look at it. This is elaichi. We can see the peel of the elaichi and we can see the danas of the elaichi. So whole of it is going in. Okay, and we are going to now do the most important thing is switch on our clock and put it on a stopwatch. So here I am going to increase the flame, make it mid. After making it mid, I'm going to start the clock, and for 2.5 minutes I'm going to keep it at this. And another most important thing is, all of us know that milk has a tendency to burn quickly. It has its own sugar, lactose. So please keep stirring it so that the sugar does not, the lactose does not settle at the bottom of the pot and get burnt. You can see I'm stirring it continuously, and you must have noticed that it came to the top. It came to the top and it was about to come out of the pan. So maybe it's a good idea. You can, when you are making tea, take a bigger pan so that we are able to let it cook at a higher flame. I could not manage even the mid flame without stirring. I can manage with stirring. Otherwise, the whole mixture was threatening to boil and come out of the pan. So here my timer is on. I hope you can see the timer. You can see the flame is not slow, it is not too high either, it is medium. Focus it here, please. Here, this knob. It is medium, and ensure you're stirring it continuously. After 2.5 minutes are over, then I'm going to add sugar, and I'm going to stir it for a couple of more seconds to ensure that the sugar is completely dissolved and uniformly distributed in this entire pan. Well, it is just about 10 seconds past 2 minutes. I am actually going to check at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to see whether I feel that the chai is looking kadha or not. Kholti hui chai, kadi hui chai. If at the end of 2.5 minutes it doesn't look like that, I will be giving it more time. So you can adjust it accordingly, because it all depends on the temperature, the heat that we have in our homes on our gas stoves. So here it is 2, in fact it's almost 3 minutes, and I'm going to put the sugar. The sugar was 60 grams, normal sugar, 60 grams. I'm going to stir it nicely. And I guess it is done now. The color, I'll just pause. You can see the color. It's a nice color of the tea. I'm going to just shut the gas, put the lid on. Let us look for a strainer. As I mentioned before, we have to pour it into a flask. Pouring is not easy for this quantity of tea, so we do need something to facilitate smaller quantities to go inside the flask. So here I have, it's a traditional coffee pot, something with the handle, and I can very easily pour this now. As per the F5 company, the yield from 1 liter of mixture of water and milk remains to be 850 ml roughly. So let us, you see this is a big flask. It is a Milton flask. I cannot see the liter mentioned anywhere, but I guess it's a 1 liter flask, because kind of from the top it is a little empty. So that's it.